What's going on, everyone? This is RRPG here, and I'm here to present another 2 cents video on the 2 cents block for you all. For a whole week, there has been a new game that has released on the Wii U which has taken the world by storm, and that is Splatoon. I got a copy of the game sitting at home, and you can see my adorable mug showing it to you in all of its fancy. From what I played so far, Splatoon on the Wii U is a breath of fresh air as it brings about great potential for Nintendo embracing in a genre they really haven't done or have innovated with in quite a while. The amount of customization to your Inklings and the many different weapons and sub-weapons that are available to you are just brilliant. Even if you don't have online, there's a single-player campaign where you can gather blueprints to afford better weaponry to become stronger. Even the amiibos are enough to kill time, if you want the better suits, that is. However, we can all agree that Splatoon's main attraction is the online multiplayer, as it is truly centered around that. Of course, the lack of voice chat that Nintendo announced about 6 months ahead of time was something that many people showed off their discontent about, because there are those who like to chat with their friends, or even with others, since Xbox Live, PlayStation Network Plus, and PC gaming made that trend become really popular. I even tried the online multiplayer within Splatoon, and the more I play it, I began to ask myself, is the demand for voice chat in Splatoon going way too far? Unfortunately, it is. When playing in an online match, the amount of time between them is about 3 minutes at maximum, as most others with online multiplayer last about 10 to 15 minutes each. When it comes to Splatoon with a very limited time frame during a match, voice chat doesn't seem like it comes off being all that necessary for the experience, as something like Monster Hunter having voice chat, when most of the hunts take about 50 minutes each, is necessary at times. If there was something I would criticize toward Nintendo about the voice chat feature, is that people who are going to use vulgar language and abusive slander is going to happen despite what they say about them trying to keep things clean and refraining us from talking to others from a feature like that. They have people who can moderate matches, so why don't they use them if things got really ugly? As I said, that is the only complaint I have against them when it comes to the online voice chat in games. But Splatoon doesn't really seem like that kind of game that needs it when you look at things from a different logic. Now, to all the people who are still bitching and moaning about Splatoon's lack of voice chat and even going as far as to boycott it because of missing one measly feature, grow up! It has been over 6 months since we have heard the announcement about Nintendo not having voice chat in Splatoon, and you still go out of your way in harassing Nintendo for that matter, and even threatening them with boycotting the game until they release that feature on there? I'm sorry, but only being that adamant towards something like voice chat shows how extremely complacent you have become as a gamer. Online negativity has become a huge epidemic in gaming, as video games are meant to be fun and relaxing, not always intense and full of hatred. Yusuke Amano, one of the co-directors of Splatoon, even stated that in an interview because online negativity has gotten so bad as of recent. Splatoon's online multiplayer is meant for people to have positive experiences with each other, as it really doesn't go for the negatives that games with online multiplayer have done so blindly just to induce more negativity. Look, I'm not saying that what Nintendo done with omitting voice chat in online gaming is wrong, but those who are making a huge fuss about it, like IGN's Fran Mirabella, saying that the demand for a voice chat option in Splatoon is a call to arms, is only going way too far. Last time I checked, not many people use voice chat for online gaming unless it is absolutely required for a game, and Splatoon isn't one of them. So the whole call to arms thing is nothing but a blind and petty argument, as you are creating an even bigger problem than the announcement that was made. Crying about this, making rant videos, or even articles to announce you boycotting a new IP like Splatoon is not helping with getting your message across, as that is only giving Nintendo less and less of a reason to include that feature in a patch. If you played the online multiplayer in Splatoon and look at things from a different perspective, you can see that the lack of voice chat is actually not all that bad. If you are still adamant about the lack of voice chat, there is one area where you haven't expressed your plea for it. Miiverse. If it was something that you want for the game in the future, why haven't you gone on to Miiverse and asked them kindly to include your most wanted feature in a future update? That is how we, the Western world, managed to get Earthbound on the Virtual Console after how many years of it being teased but never released? It looks like the main voice of reason can come from Nintendo's own social network, so the lack of a demand for something you want is very questionable, but not for someone like me who thinks that it is completely unnecessary. If you are smart and wish for something like voice chat to appear in the game or in a future installment, you will go out, buy it, and show your support in playing the game to your heart's content. That way, the more support you show for this new IP, as well as leaving your wishes and desires on Miiverse, the more likely that voice chat will be an option in a future update or in a sequel. You can use Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and those other social networking sites to bring about your wish, but for the love of God, please be civil, restrained, and very professional with your plea, as whining, swearing, and acting completely selfish will not get you anywhere. Doing the complete opposite with making a total ass out of yourself is only going to give Nintendo more of a reason not to include voice chat for Splatoon or in future iterations of it because of you displaying your online negativity. As long as you remain civil with your plea, then you can see that change will take effect. For friends who like to play online together, there are other ways to counter the lack of voice chat, as you can use an online app like Skype or any other voice chat software to have you speak with your friends when playing in matches together. That is an alternative way when you want to chat with those who you know or who are on your buddy list. Just wanted to throw that out there who wish for an alternative way to have voice chat in their game of Splatoon. But if you still insist on vocalizing your civil desire for voice chat, then you can go right ahead, as I'm not going to stop you. For me, I don't think that voice chat in Splatoon is necessary based on the limited matches and such, but if you don't remain collective toward your demand, then consider your act as a lost cause. It is not a call to arms, but an act of childish behavior. Think about that. Alright guys, I want to know your thoughts on Splatoon not having voice chat. Do you think it is necessary, or do you think it is okay not to have it based on how the game is structured? Make sure to rate this video as well as leaving your positive and negative feedback down in the comments. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button underneath that video, as more support from you guys will mean that more content is coming from me in the future that you won't find anywhere else. Until next time, this is Double RPG signing off by saying Godspeed and game on, gamers. Have a good one.